So, first of all, congratulations on a huge win, and it's great to see you fight in the UK as well, mate. It was great.
Yeah, it was awesome. Fans are awesome.
The fight reminded me of the Chandler fight again, you know, just the back and forth, and I just don't understand how he could take your punches. You landed some clean shots. Obviously, you did the same to Chandler. Were you surprised he was able to take so many clean shots from yourself and just keep coming forward?
Not necessarily. I mean, it takes a special person to get in there. And, you know, all the fans, I'm glad that we get to, you know, entertain them. But, you know, most people couldn't walk a day in our shoes. There's no doubt about that.
Completely agree with you. Was part of the game plan the leg kicks that you were throwing a lot? Because they were doing a lot of damage, especially in round one, and he seemed very bothered by it.
Yeah, he was crazy evasive. I really had to put some action behind my leg kicks in order to land those. You know, he's been, I don't know, he's a Muay Thai fighter, right?
Yeah.
He's been fighting Muay Thai his whole life. I've been wrestling my whole life. So, yeah, I mean, I'm happy with my performance. I fought a perfect fight. I had to fight a perfect fight versus such a dangerous opponent. And I'm looking forward to watch his future fights.
Obviously, you're a very good stand-up fighter. I'm sorry, a good wrestler and a good stand-up fighter. But you know, he's the stand-up fighter. Surely the game plan would have been more the wrestling side of things, which we didn't obviously see. Were you comfortable on the feet with him?
Yeah, 100%. I have the best coach in the world. You control someone's feet, you control their fight. You control the fight. I controlled his feet that entire fight. Had him moving. I wish I would have realized how effective I could have. You know, he started really finding his back foot. And when he did that, I was able to really close the gap, you know, without being in so much danger. So, yeah, I mean, I'm a vet. I've been here for a long time. Watching so many of his fights, you know, I understood that. Once I got to the third round, you know, he would be, number one, tired, and number two, I would be much more successful with my strikes.
Congratulations on your win, man.
Thank you.
Justin, are you itching now to get that rematch with Dustin Poirier on your road to another title shot? Because that was one of the fights of the year. I'm pretty sure it was the fight of the year that year. And you gave a great account of yourself, as you always do. And you're looking to get that win over Poirier.
Yeah, that would be great. You know, I did what I had to do. I fought someone ranked below me. And I 100% believe that I deserve to fight someone ranked in front of me. The loser of the Oliveira and Dariush fight, I'd rather not fight Dariush. I love that dude. I think he's going to beat Oliveira. I fought like a complete idiot when I fought Oliveira, so I would love to have that fight back, but Dustin's just as good as an option.
Stylistically, obviously, when you do come up against Makhachev at some point, whether it's for a title or a contender's bout or whatsoever, how do you feel you match up against him in comparison to your fight with Oliveira? Yeah,
I think he's similar to Khabib, but he's not Khabib. I know that for a fact. You know, for one, he's got finished before. He has a loss. But, yeah, it'll be a really hard fucking fight.
And final one, where did that fight with Fiziev, where did that rank in terms of, I'm guessing you're pretty numb to a pain threshold, but where did that rank in terms of the hardest hitters that you face?
He was one of the fastest, probably second to Michael Johnson. I don't know, man. I was in such control of my emotions in there. I felt nothing. And, yeah, I never really, you know, he hit me really hard. I think it was probably the first round with a big right hand. That one rocked me. But outside that, you know, I just did such a good job at controlling the fight.
Just in the front right here. Obviously, historically, you found a lot of success with your uppercuts and your leg kicks, but in that third round, you were finding a lot of success with your jab. It seemed to throw him off completely. Did you know that leading into this fight, or did you find that in the third round? Because that seems where it kind of, like, you took over.
No, my coach told me. I heard him saying stay on the jab, and then, you know, once I landed the first three, I couldn't believe how clean I was landing. You know, there's different kind of shots that you land in there, and when you feel the full force of the energy go through in direct lines through their head, it's a different shot. And yeah, that's what I was feeling. I was surprised.
I don't know if you saw, but Islam tweeted that he wants to fight Leon in Abu Dhabi in October. So as a lightweight, does that frustrate you that now your champion is now looking at the weight class above him already?
Out of my control.
Obviously fought some of the best strikers in the UFC. I'm curious where Fiziev ranks amongst the guys you've already fought.
I mean, he's impressive. It was impressive, but I fought such a good fight. His body kicks weren't effective. I blocked a lot of those shots with my elbows. My elbows are really swollen right now. Those are going to really hurt tomorrow or for the next 5 or 6 days. But man, the damage that I was able to, he wanted to taste blood. He wanted to taste my blood, but unfortunately, he was drowning in his blood. I'm happy about that.
Obviously, Kamara, you have a good relationship with him. I'm curious, did you watch the main event and how did you score it?
Yeah, I thought he won the fight, but I'm probably as biased as the judges. Certainly not as biased as Michael Bisping, who shouldn't have been nowhere near a microphone during that fight. Yeah, sucks.
Is that something the UFC needs to look at, like having guys who are friends of the people fighting not commentate?
It's not my call. I just thought it was very unprofessional.
Justin, just over to your right. Firstly, congratulations. I think Daniel Cormier mentioned on commentary that you've been packing on a bit more muscle, and this is actually a fight where this is the most weight you've cut for a fight. Just wanted to know, how did that feel, the extra weight?
Yeah, it felt great. That was a plan since four months ago. 7 months ago. After I got my nose fixed, I had to wait 14 days before any cardio, and then I started lifting weights twice a week. I felt a couple of these guys, and they're huge. And so I really wanted to get to at least 175 before I stepped in there. And I did do that.
And just a quick word on Rafael Fiziev. I think today was only his 14th MMA fight, so he's still quite young in his MMA career.
Yeah.
After having faced him, do you feel like in the future he can still become a champion in this division?
Yeah, for one, he has the skills. For two, he has the mindset. It's a crazy game, most violent game in the world. There's more dangerous sports, but not more violent. And I think he's cut from the same cloth as me.
You've had a lot of violent fights in the UFC. On a scale of 0 to 10, where would you rate that one?
I look pretty good. So I did a good job. The key is to not get hit. And I did a good job at that. I took a couple shots, I would say 2 or 3 to the head. But yeah, I asked, prayed multiple times that neither one of us sustained chronic injury. And that's to the head. So that was my plan.
Thank you.
Justin, down here, what did you make of the UK crowd?
I love it. I love that they love fighting. I didn't hear anything when I was in there, but after the fight, in between the rounds, when I was pumping them up, they're super loud. When I came out, first thing I realized or noticed was how loud they were. So I love people that love fights. Yeah.
So you said you didn't hear them at all as you were fighting?
No, I don't hear anything in there. I hear my coach's voice every now and then, but not one thought, nothing.
No, because at one point in time, it almost looked as if you took a deep breath in and told yourself to calm down, but it's weird hearing you say that you didn't hear them.
No, I was calm. I was so calm. That's exactly how I need to fight.
Thank you.
Justin, just down here. You mentioned in the media day Anderson Silva as being one of your top fighters, as being exciting in there. He's just been announced as being inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that. Yeah, that's a given. He's a legend. He got most of the fighters that are in here today, he inspired to be here. So, I thought he beat Michael Bisping in this place when they fought. I know he did, but again, he just got the same treatment Kamaru just got. And the kind of performances that you give every time is one day the hope that you will enter the Hall of Fame in the future?
Yeah, if I know for a fact some of my fights will be in the Hall of Fame. I got 11 bonuses, 11 fights, 9 in my first 7. Those are things that can never be beaten. Maybe the 11 and 11, but 9 and 7, that'll never be touched. So I think for specific reasons, I'll be there.
Justin, on the front one, I know you say things are out of your control, but when they're reading the scorecards and you hear one judge scored it a draw and then one scored it for Fiziev and now it's a majority decision, what's going through your head?
Nobody scored it for Fiziev. It was 29-28, 29-28, and 28-28.
You're right.
The way that he announced it was very weird. He said 29-28 Gaethje, and then he said 29-28 and didn't follow with the name. So I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then I heard 28-28, but I knew that I won that. I wouldn't have done that backflip if I wasn't 99% sure that I won that fight.
Didn't Dana say he didn't want you to do that anymore, jumping off that thing?
No, he loves it.
I think you also said you won't be around that much longer after your next title run. How long has this thought been in your mind, like maybe walking away soon?
It's not been in my mind. It's just fact of the matter. I'm 34 years old. I'm going to take the fights that I need to take to get to the position that I want to be. There's countless examples of reasons not to go longer than you should in this sport. And yeah, I'll probably refuse to do that.
Justin, just to your left. Coming into this one, Rafael said that he thinks that you were going to have to wrestle him to pick up the win. Does it make it a bit more sweeter knowing that you've gone in there and beat him at his own game, really?
Yeah, they called him the best striker in the UFC. My ability to get from point A to point B is second to none. I'm extremely athletic, and I believe in myself. Again, you have to control their feet. I saw a lot of repetitiveness in his fighting style that I thought I would be able to take advantage of. And he was fast. Yeah, but, I really wanted to fight this guy. Ever since he put that video of Conor getting his dick sucked on a boat and referenced that it was me, I really wanted to f him up. So I'm glad I got to make his face look like that.
And did you think you'd have to implement more of a wrestling game plan than what you did? 'Cause obviously, you landed the one takedown towards the end of the fight, but that was kind of only time that happened.
As I said it before, I wasn't opposed to it. But when I'm finding so much success in the style of fight that's happening, I don't think that you should change. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, I felt successful for pretty much the whole fight, so I didn't see any reason to. I tried to take him down in the second, I think it was. Maybe it was the first. I think it was the first. And, he's a strong little bastard. Thank you, guys. Happy to be back here, let me tell you.